What you're about to see is one of the most exhausting workouts you could imagine. You'll see how hard this gets. Let me explain. There's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. So in order to lose that, I needed to burn 3,500 calories. And this is not just the kind of thing you could do in a couple hours. In fact, the entire workout took, well, I'll tell you how long in a second. The first exercise I started with was pull-ups. And I decided to do 2 every 20 seconds because my goal was to do 1,000. And this really messed me up a lot more than I thought. Because in order to do 1,000, I'd have to keep going at this rate for not 10 minutes, not even an hour, but 2 hours and 46 minutes straight. But here's where the problem started to occur, and keep in mind this is just the first exercise. I hurt my right shoulder around the hour-and-a-half mark, so I still had over an hour to go, but I decided to keep pushing through. And on top of that, it was severely hurting my hand. I'll show you right away, but it caused a ton of blisters and rips. But I wasn't gonna give up. I didn't stop until I hit 1,000.
You can see like the rips there. Sweet.
After that, it was time to move on to an hour-long walk. Now, walking doesn't seem super exhausting, but it's something I like to do every day. It started to clear my head and prepare me for the upcoming exercises, and burned an additional almost 250 calories. So you're starting to see, even if we walked for 10 hours straight, we wouldn't even reach the 3,500 calorie goal. After that, it was time to start the workout. Everything you've seen so far is about to get even crazier. I went to the gym for an hour-and-a-half to do some weightlifting. Lifting heavy weights burns a lot more calories than movements without them, but you'll see we're still really far from our goal. And I can almost promise you, you're gonna be shocked by the amount of calories I've burned at the end of this day. So take your guess now because it's more than you think. So after finishing up 4 sets of 10 reps of 9 different exercises in the gym, it was time for me to move on. For this one, I decided to scale it back to the basics. I decided to do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, and 100 squats as fast as possible. This was surprisingly one of the easier exercises because, believe it or not, it was gonna get worse. However, it definitely wasn't easy because of all the workouts I've done before.
See all the blisters and stuff on my hands.
Despite what you might think, this wasn't just about how hard the workout was. There's another side to this that's arguably just as important. And the next exercise does a great job of proving this, which is my ability to endure pain. Before we move on to that exercise, you might be wondering why someone would want to endure pain. Why do 1,000 pull-ups if I know it's gonna rip apart my hand? Why even do this workout to begin with? Because it's definitely easier just to eat less if you want to lose weight. Well, there's a very surprising reason why I think pain is a very good thing. So before I show you the next exercise, which is super hard, and while you watch me do 100 squats in a row, let me explain. No matter what you do in life, you will experience pain no matter how hard you try and avoid it. Whether that's physical or mental, right from the day you're born, you're destined to experience it. And I've discovered something unexpected after starting these challenges almost 2 years ago. My pain tolerance has increased dramatically and spread to all areas of my life. So what you've been watching is actually the first step to my plan. This will all make sense soon enough. So after finishing 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 squats, and burning only 150 calories from it, it was time for me to move on to one of the best exercises to burn calories. And that's right, the Stairmaster. Now, a few years ago, I used to only be able to go on this thing for maybe 10 minutes at a time, without having an asthma attack, of course. But today, I was gonna go on for an hour. And remember that pain tolerance thing I was talking about? Well, you could probably imagine I was really sore by now, and this was not helping. And on top of that, I hadn't eaten much that day other than a small breakfast. So I gave Paul my wallet to go get me something to eat.
Paul's currently out to grab me some sugar to give me a little bit of energy to keep going.
While he's out, quickly take a note of this wallet because it's going to be important later. With a little more energy, I was determined to keep going, but I was sweating a ton. And you could see that in only an hour, I burned 740 calories just from this workout. I was absolutely exhausted. But despite this being one of the most efficient way to burn calories, I was still far from my goal.
Alright, let's move on.
From here, I started to prioritize jumping exercises and a lot of leg movement. Jumping is another really efficient way to burn calories, but as you can expect, gets really tiring. I struggled through jump rope for about 30 minutes, but I was starting to feel sick to my stomach. However, right after that, I had to switch to doing 2,000 jumping jacks. The sun was starting to go down, and I had a long way to go still. This burned so many calories in the end, but this day was going on way longer than I thought. Surprisingly, I managed to finish off my 2,000 jumping jacks in less than 40 minutes, because I pretty much kept going for the entire time. But I wasn't finished. I still had one more exercise to do that was going to be longer than I'd hoped. It was already dark outside, but in order to finish this challenge, I needed to run 16 kilometers. I don't even know how I kept going at this point. I was just excited to finish. The run itself took over 2 hours at a pretty fast pace, and when I looked at the time and realized how long I've been working out for, consistently with no breaks throughout the day, I was blown away with how long this workout took. So before I tell you how long this workout took and how many calories it burned, remember that wallet I was talking about? Well, I was kind of tired of having a huge wallet that made my pockets look bulky, so I literally made this wallet to be super light and stylish.
Okay, but here's the best part. I made a ton of laser engraved designs to keep you motivated, or just like a gift for your lover.
Or a custom engraving of whatever you want to say. I figured I looked at my wallet often, so I might as well optimize it.
And this is literally my own company, so everything that's sold is going towards my next video, which if we sell enough is gonna be insane. And if you click the first link in the description right now, you can get $30 off.
So how long did this workout take? Over 12 hours. And as for the calories I burned, well, with the pull-ups and the walk combined with the total workout, it was 4,800. But combined with what my body uses every day, I burned over 6,500.